100-yard fly.
Here's some of the dives we saw earlier today.
Exactly. We're getting ready to move on to the next portion of diving. That's Heat 2. We're going to see a lot more coming out of this one. The first one ended up very well, the first portion of the diving.
Max Showalter on the men's side took over that last heat. Lacey Hauser from Indiana showed a great dives before.
Was able to take it away, but right now we're going to move forward. We're going to check out what's going on diving as we started off with Joseph Suffley, as you saw right there on your screen. He got a score of 69.9 on that dive. Forward 2.5 somersault.
That was a 3.2 difficulty already. We're getting right into it.
And now we're moving on to Lexi Vincent.
On the forward 2.5 somersault tuck.
And we'll see, she gets a score of 39.6 on that one. At a 2.4 degree of difficulty. And now Lacey Hauser is going to be coming up, but you see the dive coming in from Lexi Vincent. Solid execution, but didn't come down as vertical as she wanted. Hit her front shoulders a bit. And now Lacey Hauser with a reverse 1.5 somersault.
Lacey Hauser getting some love from the crowd with that nice dive.
Going to see a few more 1.5, 2.5 somersault pikes coming up, but right now Lacey Hauser got a score of 52.2.
That's a great score.
And Sydney Couch is coming up next from Purdue. She's going to attempt the exact same dive that you're seeing right now, so we'll see who can do it better. Yeah. Another reverse 1.5 somersault pike.
Na boo boo.
So Sydney Couch attempting the same dive and getting about the same score. 50.4 points for Sydney Couch.
Those 2 points are going to be huge, though.
It could be the difference in this one.
This one's going to come down to the wire for sure.
You see, just trying to figure out exactly what went so much more different from Hauser. Now we move on to Morgan Mixner.
Whoa.
Mixner just attempted a forward 2.5 somersault pike. That was a 2.6 degree of difficulty. A decent score of 44.85 on that dive.
If I did that in my pool, I'd be a legend. I could just end my life right there if I could do that one dive, I'll tell you.
Probably one of the best athletic accomplishments I would have if I was able to pull off something like that. I'm afraid to even do a little bit of a front flip. But Samantha Reese now is going on for Purdue.
The same thing.
Forward 2.5 somersault pike. Same exact dive as her Purdue teammate Mixner, who just went before her. 2.6 degree of difficulty, awarded 46.8 points.
All right, 46 taking over for Purdue.
You want to guess what dive Michael Bauer's going to be doing from IU?
Oh.
Forward 2.5 somersault pike, the exact same dive.
Let's see how she does.
Oh, that was clean execution.
Nailed it. I think she got the best one. Let's see what the judges say.
She just went in there so nicely, and she got awarded the better score out of the other 3 dives, 56.5 points.
Oh, yeah.
Taking over the lead so far through 2 rounds.
Like a knife on butter, baby. She just slid right in there.
Now Mary Beth Dunahay, reverse 1.5 somersault, 1.5 twist free. That was a very nice dive as well. She came in very cleanly. Very little splash. And the judges award her accordingly, 52.6 points.
52, but that dive by Bauer, they were all 2.6s, but 56. Yeah, she took that one away by far.
Dunahay's dive right there, good enough to take over the lead. As we move on to Lauren Clarkson.
Just a classic dive. I'll never be able to do it like that, but it could be.
Only a 1.3 degree of difficulty. It was just a simple forward dive pike.
It just makes it look so good.
Exactly. She only gets 22 points from that one.
Well, she's just showing off.
Exactly, yeah. Showing that she can do the easy stuff. Now we move over to the men's side with Cody Cauldron. 3.2 degree of difficulty attempt.
Oh, boy.
A lot of twisting in there, but definitely did not come down vertical. Came down a little bit forward.
Yeah.
The judges saw that. That's why he only got a score of 36.
A little too much time on the flips before he started the twist.
Yeah, he came down just really forward on his shoulders, so He'll definitely look at the tape and try to fix that one as he's watching the screen in the background trying to see what went wrong. But now we move on to his teammate Joshua Arndt. Attempting a forward 3.5 somersault tuck.
He's going to want to get a win. And he's going for it. That was a great dive.
Very, very nice attempt by Joshua Arndt. Came in to the water very smoothly. And the judges definitely like what they saw. 58.5 points, as you see, just great.
That was the 3.0 degree difficulty. Let's see if Showalter can bring it on his 2.6. The forward 2.5 somersault tuck. Nice. Nailed it.
Showalter just looks like an angel when he gets on top of the diving board. He's so smooth and just so elegant when he goes about his dives, as you see. Just such a clean flip.
Yeah, we're looking at some of the best in the country right now. Showalter on that one's going to definitely get rewarded.
Got a 54.6 score on that one, so he's still a little bit behind Joshua Arndt. But still, great dive.
I think he's saving his best for last. That was only a 2.6.
You'd have to think so.
Not bad by Joseph Cifelli.
Cifelli with a 3.0 degree of difficulty dive. The back 2.5 somersault tuck. Not the greatest entry into the water, but he's still got a very nice score of 54. So now,
that was
Cifelli
really good.
taking over the lead. Purdue Boilermaker as we move into the third round of this competition, starting off with Lexi Vincent on the women's side.
She's going to reverse 1.5 somersault, 1.5 twist.
Lexi Vincent, 2.3 degree of difficulty dive. We'll wait to see what the judges will award her. 43 points to that one. So not the score that she was looking for, but enough to maintain her lead for the time being out of the women. Next is Lacey Hauser. Reverse 1.5 somersault, 1.5 twist free.
Okay, yeah, that's right. This is the hardest one, 2.6.
So far.
That one looks pretty good. That was solid.
Yeah, that was a very nice entryway into the water that Lacey Hauser just had. Only 48.75 points on that one.
Right.
So
judges aren't too impressed.
Yeah, not exactly what she wanted, but she does have the total lead with 150 points. So we now move on to Sydney Couch out of Purdue with a forward 2.5 somersault tuck.
Oh, I think that's about as good as it gets right there.
I think that was one of the more perfect dives that we've seen today, at least by means of entry into the water. She only got 50.4 points on that one.
That's not bad for a 2.4.
Yeah, she's 0.15 behind the leader, Lacey Hauser. So a solid score for a 2.4 degree of difficulty, but definitely Sydney Couch was wanting more on that one. We move on to Morgan Mixner, 2.3 degree of difficulty attempt. Once again, very nice entryway into the water.
Back 1.5 somersault pike.
Just got to wonder how much she's only going to get from the 2.3 difficulty scale, and it was only 48.3 points. So a very solid dive, but not enough for the judges to warrant her a score of higher caliber.
All right, so we got 4 back 1.5 somersault pikes, 3 more to go. Let's see how they even out.
All the same kind of dive.
A little leaning back, but that was pretty nice.
Fairly similar to what Morgan Mixner just had, but Samantha Reese gets a very similar score at 48.3 points.
The exact same score.
Yeah. So we'll see what Bauer can do from Indiana. The same exact dive.
That one might have been better. There was 0 splash on that entry.
Definitely looked more clean into the water, and it was. She got 51.75 points on that. Bauer's now the new total leader. On the women's side, as you see, just much more clean entryway.
Yeah, when all the divers try the same thing, Bauer's ahead of the pack by far so far in this competition.
Now Mary Beth Dunahay out of Purdue with another back 1.5 somersault pike.
Let's see if she can take out Bauer at the top spot.
And it looks like she might have went back a little bit too much, but that was still a very nice dive that she had. And I'm very wrong. She got a score of 55.2.
Wow.
That was the best. That was the best score out of the 4 back somersault pikes.
She took over from Bauer as the top dog here.
She's got 165 points now through 3 rounds. So moving on to a back dive pike from Lauren Clarkson, only 1.6 degree of difficulty. So some simple dives so far today coming from Clarkson.
Oh yeah.
But
she's just, showing us the basics.
Yeah.
She's giving us hope.
Yeah, they're very nice dives that they're doing, but it's not enough to get back into the competition portion. She got 34.8 points on that last one. Not enough to move forward, but now we move on to the men, starting off with Cody Cauldron in a forward 3.5 somersault tuck.
3.0 difficulty. The flips look pretty clean. We'll see what the judges say on that.
Very clean. Might have come down on the back shoulders a little bit. And a 54 score is awarded to Cody Cauldron, so a very nice score for that kind of dive with that kind of degree of difficulty.
Art's going to step it up on him with a 3.2 forward 2.5 somersault 1 twist pike. And that looked pretty good.
There was a lot going on with that one.
That was incredible.
And I think that was very nice. You got to see. Wait for the judges.
Let's see if this gets the top score so far.
55.2 points for Joshua Arndt.
That's not going to be his best, but that was pretty good.
Taking over the men's lead so far with a lot to go. The rest in this competition.
See what Showalter has to offer with the 3.0 forward 3.5 somersault tuck.
Showalter, one of the better divers in this competition, and he gets awarded with a score of only 36 points.
Ooh, that hurts.
So that's not
that
exactly.
That hurts his chances right there.
So you see that dive going in.
I wonder where he messed that
and
up.
He came down on his back shoulders.
Yeah.
He came down just a little too much. Not exactly what he wanted.
Yeah, he's got to be disappointed in that one. Joseph Cifelli, reverse 2.5 somersault tuck.
The chance to take the lead back. And he got a very nice score, 65.25 points for Cifelli.
Oh yeah, that's the highest one so far in this competition.
New overall leader, as you see. Just a great jump off the board.
Just
got so much air on that too, yeah. A beautiful entryway into the water. He was awarded accordingly, so Cifelli, the new leader for the men after 3 rounds as we go into round 4. The women's portion, and Lexi Vincent starting things off with us. That was a back 1.5 somersault 1.5 twist free. Came down a little awkwardly. Only 37.5 points on that last dive.
Yeah, the flips were clean, the entry wasn't so clean. Lacey Hauser, let's see if she can remain on top again, get back to where she was. This is a 2.6. That was pretty clean.
It was a very solid dive coming from Lacey Hauser. Good entryway into the water, not a lot of splash. A very good score of 52.65 points. As for the time being, she's the women's leader.
All right, Sydney Couch might take it with this one. 2.8 is the highest we've seen from the women on an inward 2 somersault tuck.
Needs 54 points to take over the lead over Hauser. A good chance to do it on this dive.
Did she get there? I don't think she got all the way.
I don't think that's how exactly she wanted to come down. Came down very forward.
That one was tough, though.
Yeah. The judges award her a score of 26.2 points. So
yeah, she didn't quite make it.
She came down a little bit more on her head, wasn't able to get fully around, and not too happy with that attempt. So Sydney Couch still behind. We move on to her teammate Morgan Mixner.
Legs caught at the end, but before that it looked good.
Like it was pretty solid.
1.5 somersault pike. Let's see what the judges say.
And the judges only give her 36 points, so 2 not so friendly dives coming from the Boilermakers. As
well, let's see if Samantha Reese can turn that around.
She's doing a reverse 1.5 somersault pike that has a 2.4 degree of difficulty.
Yep, here comes 4 in a row, the reverse 1.5 somersault pike, so let's see what happens.
And Samantha Reese with a very nice dive attempt. You can hear the clapping in the background from the crowd and her teammates.
Well, Purdue needed something.
But she got it right there, 52.2 points.
Put him back on track.
Now just 8 points behind Lacey Hauser for the lead.
Now let's see if Bauer can do it better.
Bauer, a very solid attempt coming from her. Exact same dive that was just attempted by Morgan Mixner. A very similar score and 55.8 points. So Bauer.
All right, those 3 points might come to play a big part in the end of this one. So we'll see.
We now move on to Mary Beth Dunahey with the final attempt for a reverse 1.5 somersault pike. No, it's so hard to tell the difference between all these dives just because they look so similar. It's really just all about the entryway.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, the crowd loved that one.
Crowd loved it, the judges loved it. She got 57.6 points on that.
All right, took it over.
She's the new outright leader.
Yep.
As you see, just very good execution. It was very
the
smooth.
Crowd
everything.
loved it. The second she went in, nailed it.
And you kind of know that when the crowd starts cheering and they start to love everything, you know that the judges are going to award them also with a great score.
That's the thing about the crowds in swimming. I think they can play a big part on the judges' psyche and them not even know it. I mean, these judges are incredible for scoring these so fast, but
they do have that small kind of effect that comes from that as Lauren Clarkson attempted her dive, and we move on now to the men's portion of round 4. Cody Cauldron, the back 2.5 somersault tuck.
3.0 difficulty.
It looks like he might have not gotten all the way around. Might have came down the back shoulders a little bit. With a 3.0 degree of difficulty, the judges were loving that. 58.5 points for Cody Cauldron. And
nice.
No, it looks like he was able to square up those shoulders right before he got into the water. So
yeah, he nailed it.
Yeah, avoided hitting the back.
Aren't trying to top him with a 3.1 dive right here. And he might have done just that.
Joshua Arndt with a very good attempt at his inward 2.5 somersault tuck. He got 55.8 points on that.
Not quite what he wanted, but that was still a good dive.
The personal score wasn't better than Cauldron, but his overall score is. So Joshua Arndt is the current leader out of the men's right now.
Showalter had a bad dive. He wants to get back on this one.
Yeah, Showalter definitely needs something big to pick him up right here. He's firmly behind the leader, Joshua Arndt, as he had a very solid attempt. And the judges going to award him a flat score of 54 points. So Showalter,
he's
much
not
better
dominating
attempt.
like he was in the first event. He was leading that one the whole time. This one he might have lost something on the lower.
We got to wonder if maybe he's just a better platform diver than he is off of the diving board, or maybe he's just a better 10-meter kind of guy instead of a 1-meter.
Yeah.
Now Joseph Cifelli, who has a very good chance to take over the lead from Joshua Arndt. That was an inward 2.5 somersault tuck. 3.1 degree of difficulty, 60.45 points for Cifelli, the new leader at the end of round 4.
Yeah, Cifelli's taking over with these.
Just a very good dive, as you saw from that great angle, getting into the pool straight vertically. So move into round 5 with the women starting in Lexi Vincent. Only 2.1 degree of difficulty attempt here.
Just trying to make it look easy.
Well, it was a very nice attempt that went in. It was a very good dive, but I don't think it'll be enough to warrant a lot of points. Only 33 points awarded to Lexi Vincent on that one. So
Lacey Hauser's about to step it up with a 2.4 inward 1.5 somersault pike here.
Lacey Hauser.
Oh, nice. I think she nailed that.
Very good attempt, only 2.4 degree of difficulty. She only needs 20 points to pass the leader, and she did that accordingly with 57.6 points.
Big score for Hauser.
That was a very big score for only a 2.4 degree of difficulty, so
yeah,
near perfect dive that she just had. We'll see what Sydney Couch.
Sydney Couch made that one look pretty good on the 2.2. Forward 1.5 somersault, 1 twist free.
So Sydney Couch with a very nice dive there. Not enough to take over the lead, but 47.8 points is good enough to still keep her in firm competition. You see her just coming down very, very softly. Yeah. Very nice entry into the pool. So now move on to Morgan Mixner from Purdue. Reverse 1.5 somersault, 1 twist free.
Ooh, she got high.
She got a lot of air on that one, and that's definitely something that's going to help you out in terms of trying to get the more points. So Morgan Mixner with a very nice attempt. Only 39.6 points on that dive, though, so Not what she wanted.
Guess she didn't stick it the way she wanted to.
It's hard to get a high score when you only do a 2.2 degree of difficulty type dive. So
very true.
It factors into that, but not exactly what Mixner wanted. Let's see if her teammate Reese can up that one with a back 1.5 somersault, 1.5 twist free.
Oh yeah, that was pretty.
Very, very good attempt coming from Samantha Reese.
Yeah, that was the 2.5 too. That's the hardest one of this group right here.
52.5 points she has. She now sits 14 points behind the leader, Lacey Hauser.
Yeah, even though it was a 2.5, Lacey Hauser's 2.4 scored a 57.
Exactly. Now, see Bauer attempting her dive. That was a forward 1.5 somersault, 1 twist free. Just 2.2 degree of difficulty, but it was good enough to take over the lead with 49.5 points.
Nice.
So Bauer now 264 points flat.
She's got to be happy with that one.
Yeah, she's the new current leader for the women's portion, but Mary Beth Dunahay has a very good chance to take this over. She's just 41 points behind Bauer.
This is a 2.6 forward 1.5 somersault pike, the hardest one so far.
And it looks like with that, Dunahay is going to take over the lead. I think it should be firm enough to get over that 41-point hump. She gets 44 points, so...
Just enough, just enough.
Exactly, so Dunahay has now taken over the lead in the women's portion through 5 rounds as we see a very beautiful dive going there. Now Lauren Clarkson from IU. She's attempting some simple dives today, only 1.7 degree of difficulty.
She's just taking it easy today.
She's keeping it soft, just trying to ride it out, see what she can do, not test her limits too far.
She had a light breakfast, didn't want to take it to the limit today.
Exactly.
But she's still showing us some great dives.
Lauren Clarkson still performing very nicely. Now we move on to the men's portion, starting with Cody Cauldron.
Back to the 3.0s. Here we go.
You see some exciting stuff coming out of.
Never question greatness unless you're the judge. Oh yeah.
Very nice attempt by Cody Cauldron into the pool. You see his teammate Joshua Arndt clapping him on. Cauldron gets 51.7 points on that one.
All right, so for these next two, Arndt and Showalter, they're going to try the same dive, a back 2.5 somersault tuck. So let's see if Showalter can get back in it.
Almost flawless from Cody Cauldron in that area.
Arndt's attempt looks pretty good.
And Joshua Arndt, yes, very nice attempt. Good spins, good entryway into the water, very little splash. The judges love that one, 69.75 points. Now it's 299.7 on the day. He is the new clear leader for the men so far.
Yep, that was the best dive of the day so far, 69.
Showalter attempting the exact same dive. The back 2.5 somersault tuck, 3.0 degree of difficulty. He needs something big here to put himself back in the competition.
It's going to be tough to top that. Oh, yeah, he missed it.
Just not that good. Came down on the back shoulders, wasn't able to pull through. And Showalter, after a brilliant showing in the springboard portion earlier, falling a little bit behind in the dive.
He's reeling on this one. That's the second dive that he's missed.
Only 36 points. As you see, he just came down on those back shoulders.
I don't really put the pressure on him with that 69. He just went forward and couldn't quite get there.
Suffley's been the leader after his last dive. Each round, let's see what he can pull off here.
Whoa, yeah.
That was very, very nice. Reverse 1.5 somersault, 2.5 twist free. It was a 3.0 degree of difficulty dive. Yeah, 58.5 points on that. And once again, with the last dive of the round, Joseph Suffley takes over the men's portion with 200 or 300 points rather.
So for the Purdue men, the men's diving is keeping them in this overall competition right now. Suffley and Showalter.
Back to the women is Lexi Vincent.
Okay, this next one is big. Lacey Hauser is one of the only women in the U.S. attempting this dive. It's an inward 2.5 somersault tuck, 3.1 difficulty. Let's see.
Lacey Hauser, a very good chance to expand the lead that she has with this very difficult dive.
I hope she nails this. Let's see. Crowd's loving it already.
And a very nice dive attempt coming from Lacey Hauser.
She got it.
See how the judges award her accordingly. Hauser looking for her score. 55.8 points.
Wasn't her best dive of the day, but she nailed it. Hey, she's only one in the country almost that can do that. So
she came down a little forward on it, but it's good enough to give her the lead in this competition right now.
She's going to tune that up for the Big Ten championships and hopefully take over the nation with that.
The Purdue Boilermaker. Sydney Couch with an inboard 1.5 somersault pike. Won't be enough to take over the lead, but it'll be a solid score for her personally. 43.2 points. Nice. She ends the day with 268 total.
That's a good score for Sydney Couch.
Very solid.
2.4 difficulty.
Let's move to her teammate Morgan Mixner with an inward 1.5 somersault pike. The exact same dive that Sydney Couch just attempted. Morgan Mixner with a very solid dive attempt as well on that one.
Let's see.
Still very firmly behind the lead. She got a very nice score, 50.4 points.
Hey.
On that last one.
She's the queen of the inward 1.5 somersault pike, unless Samantha Reese, her teammate, wants to take over with the same dive.
Just a very Purdue kind of dive.
You know, because swimming.
Exactly. Sam Reese, the same dive attempt. Very nice entryway into the water.
Let's see if she beat Mixner on that.
I think she'll be able to top the 50.4. Personally, as we await the judges' score coming up. Morgan Mixner, only a 43.2, so my prediction was very wrong. I'll try not to do that again. Morgan Mixner ending up with a solid day as we now move on to Bauer from Indiana. Back 1.5 somersault, 1.5 twist free.
2.5.
She has a chance to take over the lead from her teammate Lacey Hauser right now. And will that dive be enough?
It was Purdy.
Will it be enough? She needs a good 53 points, but she only gets 43 points awarded for that one. So a good day with 307 points from Bauer.
All right. Dunahee, then the rest of the Boilermakers doing that inward 1.5 somersault pike.
So Mary Beth Dunahee is the final straw. She's the final straw in trying to take away the lead from Lacey Hauser.
This could be it. This is the Purdue's go-to dive.
She needs 40 points to pull this one off.
I think she nailed that.
And yeah, that was incredibly clean execution into the pool. Nothing too jazzy, but very nice entryway, very little splash. She just got exactly that. 54 points for Mary Beth Dunahee. And that is going to be enough to give her the lead over Lacey Hauser. Total of 322 points, and that is going to give her the victory in the women's 1 meter today.
Nice job.
You see Lauren Clarkson attempting her final dive. That was a forward to 1.5 somersault, 1 twist free. At a 2.2 degree of difficulty with a solid score of 31.35. She finished with 186 points, but it is Mary Beth Dunahee who won the 1 meter for the women's. And now we go look to finish the men's side.
Men are hoping to finish strong with Cauldron. Trying the inward 2.5 somersault tuck, 3.1 difficulty.
He's going to need a very big score to take a firm lead over Joseph Suffley.
Oh yeah, they all need to bring it right here.
He's 47 points behind, but Suffley has yet to attempt his dive. Well, that was a good attempt.
Yeah, not bad,
It could be enough to potentially, no, he gets 44.1 points. So he finishes with 304.88 on the day.
All right, Joshua Arndt already has the highest score for the men with a 69. Let's see if his 3.0 reverse 2.5 somersault tuck can top it. And he got up there on that. He nailed it.
Yeah, he got a lot of air on that last dive. A very clean execution into the pool. So Joseph Arndt, from the judges, he gets awarded 72 points.
Oh.
And there's nothing more,
right there.
Nothing more that you can ask for from Joshua Arndt on that last one. He's the new firm leader at 371.7 points. That's exactly what he needed to take down Joseph Suffley.
Yeah.
It's going to be very tough for Suffley to come back and take that last dive, as we just saw Max Showalter.
Well, it could happen with a forward 3.5 somersault tuck. This is going to be, it's a 3.0 difficulty, same as Arndt's. This is going to be big.
Showalter finished with 273 points, but Joshua Arndt needs 65 points to pass up, or Suffley needs 65 to pass up Joshua Arndt.
He could get it right here. This could be the Biggest dive of his life.
And that one's going to be tough. He came down and looked like he came back a little down on the back shoulders.
Was it enough for a 65, though? Let's see.
Only 45 points.
Nah.
So the exact opposite of what Joseph Suffley's been doing all day. He finishes with 352.8 points. As you see him, very nice in the air, got a lot of air, but just came down on the back shoulders a little bit.
Yeah.
You see it from a better view up here.
Yeah, I guess he leaned back
a little too forward.
far.